For those of you who don't know about the video blogger and blog TV personality known as Fakesagan, I'll sum him up for you. He's a psychotic man named Chris who's in his 30s, who's highly immature for his age, exceedingly hypocritical, highly emotionally unstable, self-destructive, seems incredibly insecure, and he's obsessed with belittling people. And it seems he does that in a vain attempt to make him feel better about himself. Chris is perhaps most well known for specializing in, quote, Pwnage videos on YouTube where he has caused drama and has insulted people. However, in his attempts to, quote, pwn others, he often unwittingly made himself look absolutely ridiculous with many of his asinine assertions and fatally flawed arguments. Chris is arguably the supreme grand master of pwning himself. He made himself look bad to such a degree so frequently that at times it seemed like it might be a comedy act. Chris seems to derive much pride from his ability to insult people. And my oh my is he ever so skilled at creating brilliant insults. As an example, he called the YouTube user known as Metabob, Metabitch. He called Metabob Metabitch. Get it? He changed out the Bob with a bitch. Isn't that such an incredibly creative and witty invective? You sure showed Metabob something with that one, Chris. I wouldn't be surprised if Bob was crying in the fetal position for weeks after that brutal barb. By the way, one of the most egregious examples of Chris being hypocritical is when he has castigated people for criticizing, insulting, and mocking him in their own Pwnage videos directed at him, and he has labeled many of these people that ridiculed him as trolls. Apparently, in his twisted mind, people giving him a taste of his own medicine by doing to him what he does to others are trolls, but he isn't one. This is one example of many that demonstrate that he is a hypocrite. It's quite fitting that Chris's name is contained in the pronunciation of the word hypocrisy. Anyway, while Chris has specialized in making Pwnage videos, he has not exclusively made videos in that one genre. Oh no siree, Bob. He's also occasionally made videos where he blatantly regurgitated statements and arguments that certain anarchists made long before he was even born. Now that I'm on the subject of his videos, let's listen to what Chris has to say about his own behavior during one of his rare lucid moments.
I think it's easy to confuse being an asshole with being strong, and there's a big difference. Okay, what I do on YouTube, that isn't strength. Insulting people, yelling at the webcam, and ridiculing people, belittling people, that's something that an insecure, weak person does. That's not something that a strong person does. Am I saying that I am insecure and weak? Maybe I am.
That was perhaps the smartest thing you've ever said, Chris. Moving on from that, the thing that Chris is arguably most well known for is when his arch enemy on YouTube, Captain Awesome, leaked a recording online of him having sex with Chris's fiancée. Speaking of intimate and passionate moments caught on video, another thing Chris is most well known for is the moment he had with popular YouTube user the AmazingAtheist.
Sweeter than a waltz. Magic moment, why your lips so close to mine last forever.
Back to the subject of Chris's psychosis for a moment. He almost perpetually balances precariously on the edge of a mental breakdown, and it can be both hilarious and sad to witness the times when he falls into the dark pit of insanity. I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up meeting a rather untimely demise caused by either his insanity, stupidity, or his self-destructive tendencies. As an example of these things, We need look no further than his behavior during a Blog TV session when he intentionally severely cut one of his spindly forearms with a knife, as if he was an out-of-control and suicidal 13-year-old emo girl who just got raped and then dumped by her boyfriend. The blood loss Chris incurred was so large that he was taken to a hospital not long after he cut himself. Not only is Chris a danger to his own safety, he has also proven to be a threat to the safety of others, including those closest to him and also his friends. A good example of this is when he irresponsibly waved a loaded handgun around with the safety off.
Donate $150 right fucking now, or you will watch me die.
Unfortunately for humanity, Chris did not have the courage to pull the trigger. Moving on to a slight tangent, on numerous occasions Chris has mentioned that he supports the right to bear arms. That's kind of funny to me, because irresponsible gun owners like him add ammunition and strength to the arguments of people who want the Second Amendment done away with, and those who want to strip civilians of guns outside the U.S. too. Moving on from that issue, Chris is an online bully who relishes trying to hurt people who don't deserve it, and in my view, and this view is shared by many others, he is an immoral man. Though I hesitate to call him a man, because even though he's in his 30s, he is less mature than many 15-year-old boys. To witness his immaturity, one need look no further than how he has conducted himself on Blog TV sessions. Hey, let's look at one of those sessions.
Man, y'all niggas some pussy niggas. Y'all niggas some faggots. Hold on, nigga. I'm fucking drunk, nigga. That's what the fuck's up, nigga. Yo, you fucking pussy ass nigga. You're about to get banned, nigga. Nigga, fuck you niggas. If y'all niggas that get mailbox pity, y'all niggas. Yo, word the fuck up. Word the fuck up. Yo, this nigga's fucking talking truth. Y'all niggas ain't even on the same page. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, believe that. Believe that. Nigga. My nigga. Fuck y'all niggas. Nigga. What's up, nigga? What's up, niggas? Fuck you niggas. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck y'all niggas. Nigga. Nigga. Fuck them niggas. Nigga. Yo, nigga. Niggas. Y'all niggas are pussy niggas. Nigga.
Among some of the less politically correct members of the audience, his behavior may remind you a little bit of this song.
Just a skinny honky that tries to act tough, but I'm the first to back down if you call my bluff. I'm a wigger, so go figure. I'm just a white boy that wants to be a nigga. Smoking token skank weed, wear a pick in my hair, stomping in my Air Force Ones but can't afford 2 pair. I ain't in a gang, but I can talk the slang. I know the Ebonics handbook like it ain't no thing, so I must be real, yo. I listen to MC Hammer, and I'm down with my new dough. Other than that, there's nothing going for me. Never had a hard day in my life, you see. Except when I took my motherfucking GED. I ain't a gangsta bitch, I'm just a pranksta bitch. And if you step to me, I run just like a bitch. I run just far enough to where you can't catch me. Peel out in my ride and call you a pussy. But living in the suburbs, I'm the toughest on my block. And every little hoe is riding all up on my jock. Not packing too much meat, so I stuff it with the sock. You remember the first line? Yeah, I said I had a little cock. I'm a wigger, so go figure. I'm just a white boy that wants to be a nigga. My closet's full of boo-boo, sipping on the 40s. I talk plenty shit, so that must make me hard. I did a 2-day stretch for stealing at Walmart. I'm a wigger, so go figure. I'm just a white boy that wants to be a nigga. Don't forget the do-rag, take me to the tanning booth. Got a little bling-bling, next week I'm getting a gold tooth.
It would be somewhat more understandable to see Chris talking and acting like an extremely racist stereotype of a black guy in the ghetto that seems straight out of a KKK pamphlet if he grew up in the birthplace of gangster rap, which ironically is where I grew up, or if he was from another area where he grew up around many blacks. Hey, let's see where Chris grew up.
I was raised in Southington, Connecticut.
I did some research on where Chris grew up. Going by the 2000 census, The racial makeup of Southington is 96.45% white and 0.86% African American. So it seems that the excuse of Chris growing up around many blacks is struck down by the data. Back to Chris's immaturity for a moment. His immaturity is arguably further highlighted by his insistence upon people calling him by his online screen names in real life. And I learned that from no less an authority on Chris's life than someone who had the grave misfortune of actually living with him, a guy who was named Halcyon on YouTube.
Yo, this nigga's fucking talking truth. Y'all niggas ain't even on the same page. You know what I'm saying?
Chris seems quite annoyed at times when people call him by his real name, and he seems to largely view his life through the prism of his online antisocial activities. His priorities in life appear to be quite out of order. Now let's move on to yet another issue. Although Chris has claimed to be an atheist, he ironically demonstrates at times a classic element of having a God complex. He seems to often feel that his opinion is automatically by default right, and that those he disagrees with are wrong in their opinions by default as well. He reminds me of many biblical literalists and many extremist Muslims in that regard. Speaking of theists, it has dawned upon me that it's as if Chris is a theist posing as an atheist going by his behavior. For example, he perpetually attacks atheists, and he has made himself out to be such a monumental idiot on numerous occasions. It's as if Chris is an actor serving as a tool of Christian propaganda against atheists. I'm not outright stating that Chris is a theist attempting to make atheists look bad, but it sure can seem that way at times. It's a bit strange that he spews so much crap at atheists from that bullshit-spewing mouth of his. This is slightly off topic, but the fact of Chris's existence seems to negate the very possibility of God's existence, and is arguably the strongest refutation an atheist can utilize in debates with theists. There is no way that a perfect being could create such a fundamentally flawed person as Chris. I call this argument the faggy, aka the Fakesagan argument against God's existence. And it's arguably more powerful than any arguments against the existence of a God than Richard Dawkins, Christopher Hitchens, Daniel Dennett, or Sam Harris have ever put forth. But back to Chris's double standards for the moment. A great example of his double standards is when he made a video titled, quote, "Fuck Secular Humanism." In this video, he elaborated upon reasons why he wasn't a secular humanist and why he disagreed with secular humanism. He said that secular humanism was groupthink. However, Chris never seems to call philosophical or political frameworks that many people espouse that he agrees with groupthink. For example, Chris is an anarchist. If secular humanists are guilty of groupthink, then certainly anarchists are as well. This is a clear double standard on Chris's part. I suspect that Chris may have some ulterior motives for his attacks on secular humanism. But before I elaborate on that, I feel I should define what secular humanism is for those of you who don't know what it is. The Wikipedia entry on secular humanism does a good job at summing it up. It says, quote, "Secular humanism is a humanist philosophy that espouses reason, ethics, and justice, and specifically rejects supernatural and religious dogma as the basis of morality and decision-making." End of quote. Chris seems to be highly anti-reason and logic going by much of his actions, and he also appears strongly opposed to having good ethical foundations going by his immorality, and his history of parading around some of his immoral actions with great pride. Taking these things into account, it's not at all surprising that Chris has taken such a strong stand against secular humanism. Back to the Wikipedia entry on secular humanism, here's another part of it. Quote, Secular humanism is a life stance that focuses on the way human beings can lead good, happy, and functional lives." End of quote. Since Chris seems an absolutely miserable person who appears hell-bent upon spreading his special brand of misery to as many people as possible, it also appears this is another element where Chris stands in direct opposition to the goals of secular humanists. Whereas secular humanists are actually trying to improve the world, Chris appears to be working hard to make the world a worse place. Also, going by his Fuck Secular Humanism video, he seems to think that secular humanism poses a grave threat to humanity because he thinks it's dangerous. He blithely ignores the anarchists throughout history who have killed people. If secular humanism represents a threat to humanity, then certainly anarchism also is a threat to humanity. Moving on from that issue, I've heard on multiple occasions that you have repeatedly claimed you don't have a job, Chris. Now, while I can't prove that happened, it seems very likely it did happen because a guy who has earned my trust over time, and who has actually lived with you on top of that, said you said that. If it's true that you have not had a job for a while, Chris, then I must ask where you derive your money from. The odds are good that you leech money off your girlfriend, who has physical problems that are so pronounced she apparently receives disability checks. If that is true, and it likely is, then you sicken me, Chris. Speaking of his girlfriend and getting money, in a video a while back, Chris said he became a YouTube partner to help his girlfriend out financially. But then he committed account suicide on YouTube by repeatedly uploading a video that was flagged off his channel for inappropriate content. So I guess by that point, he didn't care enough about his girlfriend to help contribute to her financially. Chris, do you love your girlfriend, or even care about her? Moving on from that, now I feel it's about time for me to go into my personal interactions with Chris. Before I was familiar with his fundamental nature and character flaws, I sent him a lengthy email in 2009 giving him advice in a cordial manner, elaborating upon online alternatives to YouTube where he could put his content without much worry of being censored. He was fed up with the censorship issues at YouTube, and I could really empathize with him over that, because I had to deal with censorship issues on YouTube as well. I felt it was a moral thing for me to go out of my way to reach out to him and help him. He seemed to appreciate my advice, and it seemed we were on good terms. Now let's fast forward to January 2010. I heard that the AmazingAtheist was doing a Blog TV chat room session to help raise money for a charity to help out people in areas damaged by Hurricane Katrina. Even though it had been years since Katrina hit, some areas are still really feeling the damage left in the wake of the hurricane. Many people, including myself, went to that Blog TV session and tried to contribute to this noble cause in some manner. I was invited to be a co-host for part of the charity event, and I accepted the invitation. Many people in the chat were cordial, with Chris being the most notable exception. He turned an event that was supposed to be about charity into an event that was about him and his drama, and he did that by insulting people in the chat and by throwing out incredibly stupid, insipid, and childish claims about people in the chat in a failed attempt at character assassination. He also technically hacked the room and took over the hosting position of the chat. It was as if he was trying everything in his power to sabotage the charity event. And unfortunately, he was eventually successful in ruining the charity event. I was one of Chris's earlier targets in the chat room. Completely unprovoked, Chris repeatedly called me a, quote, douchebag, and he repeatedly spewed forth incredibly unoriginal and vapid insults towards me. Chris's sudden unprovoked attacks towards me seemed very surprising to me because of how I went out of my way to help him out in 2009 by giving him advice. I didn't know this at the time, but I later learned that he has a history of lashing out at those who try to help him. His trying to start drama with me and repeatedly calling me a douchebag was especially comical in light of what he said later at Blog TV. Look at the enormous hypocrisy Chris displays in this recording of him from that Blog TV session that I'm about to play.
But what I can't believe is how classless someone has to be to turn a charity show, to turn a charity fundraiser into a venue for fucking drama. Right in the middle of a charity event, the classless fucking bitch that she is decided to turn a charity event into a venue to attack me. You know, she couldn't save that for later. She couldn't wait until she could make a Pwnage video on YouTube or come to my show and criticize me there. She had to do it during a fucking charity event. And you had to turn a fucking charity event into drama. You had to fucking call me a douchebag. Well, you're a fucking bitch. Fuck you. Keep it fake, you fucking skank.
Anyway, Chris apparently also Googled my screen name, and he called me a Nazi after seeing an image of me from years ago with very short hair. It seems that Chris had no idea that I'm part Mexican. I don't know about you folks, but I've never seen a Mexican Nazi. It also seems that going by Chris's own logic, this guy is a Nazi too. And apparently, Chris himself is a Nazi, going by the video he did when he cut his hair off. Chris, are you a Nazi? Moving on from that, it seems that one of the ways Chris deals with insecurity is when he talks online about physically hurting other males. He started up his occasional internet tough guy act with me on Blog TV, and he talked about how he would beat me up. This was the funniest thing I'd seen in a while, and you will soon see why that's the case. It's time for a reality check. Let's get a tale of the tape. This is Chris. Wow, what an imposing figure. Holy shit, son. Look at his pushed out punches that look like they would hardly move the average 11-year-old girl. I've seen little kids with better punches than that. Now let's look at recent video of me. There I am. And there's my custom hat. Right off the bat, you can see the dramatic difference in appearance between us, and if you look at some of my other videos, the gap in athleticism between me and Chris also becomes readily apparent. I suspect if me and Chris actually fought, that he'd see me from the same angle we see me from right now after he wakes up. After seeing a comparison between the two of us, would anyone honestly expect Chris to remain standing in a fight against me for even 1 minute? Anyway, back to the Blog TV session where I encountered Chris. I left that Blog TV session not too long after I stopped co-hosting the chat. I then came back about 50 minutes later, and I saw that Chris was then co-hosting the show, and he was still talking trash about me. He compared me to the YouTube user Inmendum, which was hilarious to me because in the past Inmendum did the exact same thing to me that Chris did. Inmendum also started to belittle me on a webcam chat room when it was totally unprovoked. And it's not like I'm alone in receiving that kind of antisocial treatment from each of them. Many people can also attest that both men have done the same to them and other people. Chris seems to be in denial over the striking similarities between him and Inmendum. And on that note, I wonder if Chris is going to tuck his tail like a scared dog and run from me. If Chris decides to not respond to me after starting an online dust-up with me and then getting verbally bitch-slapped by me, then he would share yet another thing in common with Inmendum. Chris, I'm curious to know something. How does it feel to be surpassed in what you have specialized in for years? which is Pwnage, by someone who is not only not a specialist in Pwnage, but also someone who is so much younger than you. And how does it feel to be beaten so badly in the genre that you have specialized in for so long? This video is analogous to a high school bully getting knocked out in front of his pals and people who hate him by a little kid in elementary school. There is no way out of the Pwnage that has enveloped you in this video, Chris. You have passed the Pwnage event horizon, and there is no way of escaping the black hole of failure. No way to spin yourself out of it. I have metaphorically given you a shoryuken up your asshole so deep that I was able to grab your heart, then I ripped your heart out via your annihilated asshole, and I held it aloft to the heavens while smiling. Intellectual checkmate. Before I finish off this video, I have something to say to the Amazing Atheist. If you allowed this video on your website, freespeechvids.com, as had earlier been promised to me, I greatly appreciate that, and I have a lot of respect for that. Chris apparently has been a friend of yours for a good long while, and you may not have enjoyed what happened to him in this video. But if you let this video go up on your site, it indicates to me, and perhaps to many others, that you really do seem to be devoted to allowing freedom of speech on your website. If you let this video go up and stay up, it adds legitimacy to your site, and I would be glad to be a new member of this crew of talented video makers.
Ready? Go!